What is going on, world? What's up, everyone? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new StarCraft 2 video. This one is between two players on the WCS Pro circuit. Spawning here in the bottom right hand corner of Neon Violet Square LE, playing with the blue Zerg pieces. He's currently down in the series, but certainly not out of it just yet. His name is Bly. And his opponent, spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map, playing with the red Zerg pieces. He's currently up in the series, wants to keep the series rolling in his favor. His name is True. So guys and girls, this series has been one of a lot of micro and some incredible base trades. I have absolutely loved this series so far that was played at the WCS in Leipzig, and this was a best-of-5 series that was played in that tournament, and I'm excited. If game number 1 and 2 really told us anything, it's that game number 3 here is probably going to be a very exciting game, to say the least. Looks like both players are going for the very quick hatchery. Most likely the hatch gas pool opener is going to come out of each player. You'll see from that production tab on the top left-hand corner. Very similar, generally speaking, in the beginning of the matchup. And then sometimes it changes, especially with this guy down here in Bly. Goes for some very aggressive builds. Hasn't really done it much as far as his aggressive builds. Playing more micro-focused games. And he's kind of really, you know, yeah, he played pretty standard overall. I've really thought that Bly's played relatively standard for what I'm used to seeing out of him. I would love to see, you know, he can really steal some games off of some of the best players in the world by just cheesing and just overwhelming his opponent. I think a lot of people have really figured out how to play Bly, but at the same time, I still think that he is an absolute master of cheesing and just playing very, very aggressive builds. That said, though, True has played this series very well so far. And I think he's gonna. Will he continue? I mean, the question is this Bly? Does he have any answer for what True's been throwing at him? It looks like True's gonna go for that quick Zergling speed upgrade, at least at this point in the game. Bly, on the other hand, is gonna go ahead and get a couple of queens out, skipping out once again on that Zergling speed upgrade, at least early on in the game. But I'm excited to see what both our players really decide to do, the attacks of choice that they go for. Because generally speaking, you'll see, of course, as far as the unit compositions, you start with those Zerglings. And this is what I was just about to say. We have not seen Banelings yet in this series. And we are now seeing Banelings. We will be seeing them out of True, at least. He's going for that Baneling nest. Generally, in the ZvZ matchup, you'll see a lot of, the Zerglings into Banelings, and then, of course, into Roaches. And then in the later game, you'll see sometimes those Hydras, so on and so forth. So here we go. Third hatchery going down by True. And we are going to go ahead and we're going to see a Roach Warren and then an Evolution Chamber out of Bly. So Bly is skipping out, at least for now, on the Baneling nest. And he did scout this, so he saw that the Baneling nest is going down. So he can definitely anticipate or kind of prepare for the Banelings that will be inevitably coming out. And I like this by True, though. I love he's kind of switching up his build order a little bit. Instead of going for the Roach Warren, he's going for that Baneling nest. I love that. I love the variety of spice, so to speak. That said, though, Bly's going to get those double Evolution Chambers out, go for those +1/+1 upgrades. And now we got Banelings and Zerglings that are going to be coming across the map, at least at this point. So Bly, he's got a couple of queens out. He's kind of preparing once again for a timing push. It looks like going for a third Evolution Chamber. This is very interesting. He must be anticipating a Baneling bust or something of that nature. I'm not sure exactly why he's getting that third Evolution Chamber, but that said, he is obviously he's on the WCS Pro circuit, so he knows exactly what he's doing. Oh, and here we go. True is really mixing it up. I love this. He's going ahead. He's got the Dropper Lord. He's going to fly that Dropper Lord over to this main base location. And it does look like, is Bly going to be ready for this? I don't think he has any idea that this is coming. Now, he does have roaches on the production tab. But at the same time, we have the Nidus network. And the Nidus worm is going to be coming in. This is such an interesting... this is going to be so interesting how this ends up. Because he's been hiding that Nidus network. And he does not want those Zerglings to see what's going on, and I don't know if he's gonna see. Is he gonna see? And at this point, we have all these units are across the map, and now True knows what's going on, but Bly, going for the cheese, at least at this point, is gonna start doing significant amounts of damage on the opposite side of the map. This is exactly what Bly needed to do. Beautiful play here by Bly, throwing True completely off guard. He's going to try as hard as he can to get the surround with a bunch of drones, pulling the drones off the line. You know it's in desperate times if you got to pull the drones. The question is, though, is this an overextension by Bly with all of these units? It does look like True somehow, some way might be able to hold on, and he does hold on. Beautiful play by True, just when you thought that Bly was going to get the upper hand there. Somehow, some way, True was able to overcome that aggressive push by Bly. And I gotta say, though, what is telling the tale right now for this series, not really this series, but this game in particular, True's on that third base. So he's got an economic lead and advantage over his opponent. Bly now is going for the Spire. So he's going for the Spire. He's still got that Nidus network that he can pull, out of his bag of tricks. Glow Reconstitution is going to be finishing up in less than 5 seconds for him. So he's not out of this thing just yet, but he has taken a significant, he's behind now. And what I would have to say is we're just going to see a timing push or a counterattack by True. True's going to start moving out. Bly is still on 2 bases. So, obviously, if I were Bly, I love the idea of the Nidus network. I just think you should have hit this third base. I understand where he's coming from, but man, that was just such a beautiful hole by True. Absolutely brilliant play by True. And now he's got his units across the map. These roaches are going to start trying to do a little bit of some damage on this side of the map. And it does look like, is there going to be enough here for Bly to hold on? Because there is going to be a push coming at that front doorstep. There is so many units that are coming. Is this going to be enough is there going to be enough here for Bly to be able to hold on? He's trying to build another Roach Warren. This is such desperation for Bly as the swarm once again is across the map doing so much damage. The Spire is out. The third base is going down finally for Bly, but I just don't think he's got enough time. His supply is absolutely plummeting right now. It doesn't even look like we're going to see Mutalisk on the production tab. So much damage is being dealt. True has absolutely read his opponent like a book, playing such good offense and defense, just playing incredibly well as a Zerg player, and GG is called, and True wins again against his opponent. I hope you guys did enjoy this game between Bly and True, and if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.